moment of silence for Bowie and Prince, who died this year. Two heroes of my life. Two heroes that we lost this year. So many other great artists lost this year, but we got to play a little bit of those guys because they were heroes to me. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. We're so excited to put on an amazing show for you. Today, it's actually getting filmed. So, your laughter, your tears, your joy and fears will all be captured for all eternity on digital media. Now, that means feel free to laugh when you want to laugh, cry when you want to cry, and do it loudly so the mics can pick it up. And they're like, ooh, this was a good show. But also, for your friends and family and colleagues and students who share classes with you, let them feel the love from you. That's the exciting thing about doing live theater, is you all are so alive. They're alive, they're full of excitement and energy and practice and skill, and they're giving it to you. They're giving it to you. So put on the ears that hear and listen, because this play is about the rise of Adolf Hitler in Germany, all the atrocities he committed, the 6 million Jews he murdered, the thousands and thousands of blacks he sterilized, the foreigners he put to the knife, to the gun. An atrocity was committed against humanity by Adolf Hitler. Raise your hand if you know Adolf Hitler and all about his horror. This show traces his rise to power in Germany. Each scene represents a moment in the rise of Hitler to ascendancy, to primacy as president, as Führer of Germany. And he nearly conquered the world. We stopped him. But this is how he came to power. Now, I know it may seem unbelievable to many of you that a man who many thought was a joke, a clown, they dismissed him. Oh, he'll never get elected. He'll never get elected. He'll never get elected. Suddenly can become a president. I know that's shocking to you. But I think in America we have some experience with that idea. Okay, so without further ado, I want to introduce you to the play, The Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui by Bertolt Brecht. But before I do, I want to say one last thing. The style of Bertolt Brecht. Bertolt Brecht lived through Hitler. He fled Hitler. He fled Germany and lived in America. What he got tired of in the theater was people sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying the show. He wanted people to sit up and pay attention. So his style is a little bit different than the naturalism maybe you're used to in normal plays on Broadway and stuff like that. This one, it's a little off, because Brecht, the author of this play, he wanted to shake people up. He wanted to wake them up and say, how did we let something like that happen? So his plays are a little off. So when this play is a little off, it's done purposefully, to put you a little off, to make you think about the message a little bit and not get lulled into that thing that we get on our couches when we're watching TV. Some of you have experienced this. And we just watch, right? In this show, I want you to sit up. I want you to keep your eyes open. I want you to pay attention, because that's what Brecht would have wanted. And every once in a while, we'll try and throw you off a little bit to make sure you're still listening. Okay? Without further ado, a rare opportunity to see Bertolt Brecht's The Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui played upon a stage. Without further ado, give him a nice, warm BCC welcome. Let him feel your love. Put your hands together. Of The Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui.
To play you are about to see is not entirely new, but half the world can testify is true. And these are half does not remember them. These very butchers, who dismember them, the bloody brood, and all the high-class fellows. Let's see them up. Let's cut them off the gallows. Let's see them come alive in flesh again. Before the war does something rash again. Great murderers. And that's a well-known fact. Still you command from us. Way too much respect. But here is a show to end all gangster shows. Enjoy it, folks, before the siren blows.
Prosperity just around the corner. Keep smiling, boys.
Damn the depression. It's as if Chicago, the old Chicago, were a little girl who found pockets full of holes one day. When mother sent her out for morning milk, she stands now in the gutter wondering where mother's last for a cent has gone.
How's business?
It stinks. Most customers buy half a cabbage hat. I'm credit too, if they can only get it.
Our cauliflower rots.
Oh, by the way, there's a character waiting. I wouldn't mention except it's strange. His name is Ooey.
The gangster?
In person, he smells a rat and incidentally brown noses for new connections, suggesting might persuade the groceries to buy no cauliflower but from us, if only to preserve their health. What's more, he guarantees to double our grosses because the grocers, Mr. Ooey says, would rather buy a cabbage than a coffin.
Both of them out, but put politely, who knows which way the cookie crumbles.
Gentlemen, Butch and I cook up a little plan. Let City Hall go and fan our taxes. Give us a hand in our predicament by granting us a loan for, shall I say, improving dock facilities. All Dogsboro using his influences could set it up. And what says Dogsboro?
Piss off, that's what he says. He wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
He would not touch it?
He doubts that will ever build.
For shame.
What, that will never build?
No, that if he doubts.
Let him go to hell.
No, let us go to him.
You made it clear he would not help us out.
He has no finer feelings for the trade. Something is missing.
That's it. What's missing? Understanding, that's what's missing. Dogsboro simply can't imagine what it feels like to walk in, shall we say, our shoes. What shall we do with him? Teach him a lesson? 'Tis pity for the man, but learn he must. Now listen to my plan.
So, how about my offer?
To sell or not to sell? You want the whole menu and pay me with a tip.
You cannot hang on to your shipping line.
I would have thought that you, my dearest friend, might give me more.
This bitterness will not help you off the hook.
At least do not help the hook, dear Flake. Who's that?
Ooey the gangster. Won't you sell?
He seems so anxious to accost you.
Sure. He keeps pursuing us with propositions on how to dump a cauliflower with force. This pestilence, we all to stamp it out.
Be quick about it. It's contagious.
Now, you think about our deal, or else.
There is a similarity between you and those who just walked by. It isn't very clear. Something you could feel but cannot see. It's like the presence at the bottom of a pond. You do resemble Ooey. Don't be sore. I see something I must have seen before. Say once again, you think about the deal. The voice is just the same. You better go stick 'em up. For that's what you mean. I'll stick 'em up, Flake. Take my company and kick me in the ass for recompense. Or do you prefer?
You're mad.
I wish I were.
Wasting your time, me boys. I wouldn't touch it. Foul fish. That's how your proposition stinks.
My father says it stinks.
Forget it, sir. We asked a question and you answered no. Okay, it's no.
I told you once before, I wouldn't touch the case.
My father says he will not touch the case.
I ain't know about those so-called dock constructions.
My father knows.
Well, it's been nice to see you, Dogsboro.
I hate to send you on your way, me boys. The city is no pork barrel, you know, for everyone to dip his fingers in. Why, damn it all, you're in a healthy trade. Prosperity is just around the corner. Keep smiling, boys.
Gee, Mr. Dogsboro, it feels so good to hear you talk like that. You give us hope.
Oh, by the way, the trust had just discovered that in June it will be 20 years since you resigned from one of our subsidiary firms to dedicate your life to public weal. And so, on this occasion, to dedicate our high esteem and deep appreciation, we passed a resolution yesterday to offer you this fair portfolio, controlling shares in Cheat's old company.
Butcher, what are you up to?
I'll be blunt. These stocks would come in handy to us, sir, but the market being as it is, we couldn't liquidate them safely.
True, that would be foolish. Now you're talking sense. If only I was sure there are no strings attached.
Oh, no.
Have you two really given up the scheme of angling for a city loan?
Scott's honor.
I like to think it over. Well, my daughter, that's something for you, eh? It pays to be an honest man, you see?
A stone would fall from our hearts if you'd accept our President Dogsboro. And in the future, sir, we all could benefit from your advice. For in the future, sir, it will be your trade too. Yes, in the future, sir, you too could be a cauliflower man.
I'll take your offer, Butcher and Flake.
Flake and Butcher, my father says he'll take.
I wish you to mope around, Arturo. Stop being such a melancholic baby. The whole town's talking.
Talking? Who's talking? Ain't nobody talking about me anymore. Whatever happened to Arturo Uy? When the guns are silent, so's the goddamn press.
Oh yeah? The boys are getting pissed off on account. They'll show them petty cash, and what's worse, an action is immortalizing them, my friend. Arturo, you're so nervous.
Where's Jerry and the cauliflower gal?
She'll be here 3 o'clock, he said.
Boss, here's the woman.
Jerry.
Her name is Bold.
So you work for Mrs. Sheets?
I used to. I used to be her chief cashier, sir.
She hates the smell of cauliflower now. An ancient fish-like smell it is.
Until a week ago in Dogsboro, that dirty dog.
What's this with Dogsboro?
What do you have to do with Doc Sport?
That's why he brought her here.
He had me fired.
Who, from the Sheets Company?
His own. It's his own now, since last September.
Whoa.
She told the company was given by the trusted Dogsboro, which arranged the transfer of the shares, and Ball here was present when the deal was signed.
So what?
So what?
Boss, don't you see the light?
Old Dogsboro arranged the city loan to save the trust.
Well, secretly he sat inside the trust.
He did, but that's corruption. Jesus Christ.
The loan was paid officially to Sheets. Then she improved her dock facilities. I signed for it. I didn't sign for Sheets as people think. I signed for Dogsboro.
Yo, we hit the jackpot, boss.
I'm fired!
Will she repeat it on the oath?
She sure will.
Give a good watch. Come, Roma, let us blow. I smell a deal.
Some ball you started rolling here.
Where's my cut?
Relax, I know the boss. You'll sure as hell get what's coming to you.
Oh, why did I accept that company while recommending help to City Hall in favor of a cause which secretly was also mine?
Yes, Father.
It was a fault, or can be so construed. We have been hooked, my daughter.
Yes, Father, hooked.
And Mr. Butcher's on the phone.
Go get it, daughter. The only good thing is, I did not beat the drum about the deal at Sheets' request. Thus, no outsider knows that I'm the owner of his company.
Dad, Butcher says that City Hall decided to investigate the dock construction deal. You're feeling ill?
My camp for what's the butcher gonna do?
He's coming here.
I will not see him, daughter. I don't feel well. My heart.
What to you is it?
The gangster?
Must be him. Saw him on Sunday News.
Say, Mr. Dogsboro.
Get out!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not be hasty here, sir. Let's all be friendly. Sunday after all.
I say get out!
My father says get out.
Go get the cops.
Sir, Mr. Dogsboro.
Don't leave, pretty girl. Look out the window. My 2 associates went in the yard. They might misunderstand if you split.
So violence?
Oh, no violence. Just emphasis.
Sir, Mr. Dogsboro. You ask yourself, I guess, what's all we want? Not much. Just one thing. That's all I want from you. I don't want to be misconstrued no more and treated like some greaseball racketeer. I want respect. At least from the police, whom I've always so appreciated. And that's the reason I'm standing here and begging you and And I don't like to beg to say a little word on my behalf whenever, God forbid, the heat is on.
Are you suggesting I vouch for you?
Yeah, when the heat is on. And that depends on how we make out with the groceries.
What interest do you have in groceries?
I suck pimento with my mother's milk. And I'm determined to protect the grocers from force and violence. With force and violence if necessary.
As far as I can tell, no one is threatening the grocers now.
Now's maybe right, but I can see ahead. It's brass knuckles they need inside the trust, and 30 trigger artists led by me.
I doubt if any reputable force like the Trust will swipe their typewriters for Tommy guns. Well, that would be my choice. I'm not a member of the Trust anyway.
Oh, you're not? Well, we'll talk about that later, Dogsboro. I guess what worries you is 30 men armed heavily with hardware walking in and out of the head office. Who guarantees they won't annex the joint, right? Please relax. If that's what worries you, sir, I wouldn't. Not even if I felt like it, which I do not. And didn't so respect you, which I do. You have my word. You gotta help me or I'm through. It's your duty as a human being to protect me from my mortal enemies. So I appeal to you as man to man.
And let me tell you what I propose to do man to man. I'm calling the police.
So?
You heard me, the police.
So you mean to tell me that you refuse to help me as a human being? Then I demand you help me as a crook, because that's what you are. You'll mix up the Dock construction scandal, which is about pop. You own Sheets Company. City Hall can be persuaded to investigate.
For 60 years, I've walked the straight and narrow.
And you made a little detour at the end.
I have no knowledge about these slippery deals.
It's the inquiry town.
There won't be one! My friends will never!
Friends, you've got no friends. You had them yesterday, you've got none today. Tomorrow, you'll only have enemies. If anyone can save you, then it's me, Arturo Owie. Me.
Never! I go to Raccoon Movement first before I ever make a deal with you, Owie!
You gotta help me.
No!
I'm warning you, I can demolish you.
As long as I can breathe, you will never touch the cauliflower trade.
Very well then, Mr. Dogsboro. I'm 40 now and you're pushing 80. With some assistance from Almighty God, I'm going to outlive you, sir. With me, it's cauliflower now or bust. But one day, the vegetable business shall be mine.
Never.
My father says never.
Come, Roma, we're leaving.
Air! Oh, fresh air. Oh, what a mess. Oh, why did I accept? But daughter, they wouldn't dare investigate me. For if they do, I'm finished.
Yes, you are.
What takes Owie so long?
He's bringing sheep, unless they couldn't come to an agreement. She's got to testify that she's the owner of the company.
Poor Sheets. No gravy train for her to walk in here and publicly admit that she's a crook.
She'll never do it.
Yes, she will.
She must.
Why should she take the rap and go to jail for 5 long years?
There's plenty dough in it. And as for jail, she'll never see the inside of a cell. Leave it to Dogsboro.
She's dead. Found dead in her hotel. Taking her pants on the bed.
Dead.
Murder.
I guess she wouldn't do it.
Dogsboro, are you ill?
Sure, it will pass.
The death of
The
Sheets.
unexpected death of Sheet deals quite a blow to this inquiry.
Is anything the matter, Dogsboro? Is it the air? It seems unfair to me that Sheet, who'll soon be shoveled under earth, should have to bear with this kind of dirt as well. And I suspect...
It would be wise if you did not suspect so much, O'Casey. We have some laws against malicious slander.
Ladies and innuendos, gentlemen. Dogsboro picked a man to clarify the situation, so let's wait for him.
He takes so long. And when he comes, I hope he will not only talk about poor Sheet.
Hello!
The gangster? What?
The gangster?
Hello, Louis.
Is that your man?
Sure, why not, gentlemen? Isn't he good enough?
Dogsboro, you can't mean it.
And who's that?
My social secretary, Ernesto Roma.
Dogsboro, you can't be serious.
Silence most eloquent. So you're the man who has Dogsboro's confidence and now would like to have ours too? Where are the contracts?
What kind of contracts?
Which the shipping line's supposed to have signed with certain building firms in reference to dock facilities.
I don't know nothing about contracts.
No? You have seen Sheet.
No.
You sure you haven't seen him, sir?
Whoever says that I've been seeing Sheet is nothing but a liar.
Pardon me. I thought you might have seen him. After all, you have studied this here case.
And I did too.
When was it fruitful, your investigation?
You bet your ass.
Well, tell us, Mr. Uwe.
Concerning certain city funds, I discovered to my greatest shock that those funds had been misused. Fact number 1. Fact number 2, who misabused him, eh? The guilty party, may she rest in peace.
Who's she?
Why, Sheet.
Ah, silent sheet, unholy sheet. The sheet you have not seen at all. At all?
What are you looking at me for like that? Get Sheet up here.
She's dead, or didn't you know?
She's dead? Well, I spent the night in sister with my pal Roman here. That's why I didn't know.
I call that strange. Think it's accidental to die just now?
That was no accident. Her suicide's the consequence of crime, which in her case was something quite enormous.
Except it was no suicide.
What else? Of course, we spent the night in Cicero, so we know from nothing. But this much I know, that Sheet, who seemed an honorable woman, was nothing but a racketeer.
I see. Now that she's dead and can't defend herself. Now to you, dear Dogsborough.
To me?
What do you want from Dogsborough?
Could it be you who sat behind the desk when certain contracts, which were to be honored, were, shall we say, dishonored?
Are you mad?
Now that's enough! Or can't you see he's sick?
Where's your proof, I asked?
Well, as for proof, I have a witness.
Where's the witness?
Miss, has she come? She's just arrived.
Outside the building? Machine gun fire? What's your witness's name, oh, Casey?
Bull, come in here. Oh, bring her in. Tough shit. We ride together. It's Bull. Terrible. I do regret, but gentlemen, she seems unable now to testify.
Murder, butchery, blackmail, robbery, fraud. Guns chattering in public places. Honest men going about their peaceful occupations. Solid citizens entering City Hall to testify. Mowed down in broadest daylight. What are the city dads doing about it? Nothing. These so-called honorable men are busy spinning shady business deals and shafting honest people in the back instead of giving them protection. Congratulations, Mr. Dogsborough. I like things clean cut. You made your choice. It's this way and no other. I rejoice. Let's make America great again. Let's make America great again. Let's make America great again.
He's the actor, Chief. Don't worry, I checked him. He's unarmed. He's supposed to be real good at them classics.
So listen, I've been informed that my pronunciation ain't quite perfect, and it's getting to be unavoidable that I should utter a few words here and there in public, especially political type words. So I wanted to take some lessons in speech making. Oh, and how to make an entrance.
Yes, sir.
Let's start with the walking. Walk around like you're supposed to walk in the theater or the opera.
I understand. You must be referring to the classical style. Julius Caesar, Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, etc. Well, Miss Dewey, you've come to the right man. Malone can teach you the grand manner in 10 minutes.
All right, show me that Shakespeare walk. That's good.
Chief, you can't walk around like that in front of the grocers. It's unnatural.
What's that mean, unnatural? No human being behaves natural these days. When I walk into that meeting tomorrow, I don't want to look natural. I want them to notice that I'm walking in.
Hold your head up. Let your toes touch the ground first. Good. Excellent. You have natural talent. Except you don't know what to do with your hands. Oh, wait a moment. It might be best if you place them in front of your genitals. Spontaneous yet stylish. The head's got to go up, Miss Dewey. That's it! I think the walk will do very nicely for your purposes. Is there anything else you wish to learn?
Yeah, how are you supposed to stand in public? Correct me if I'm wrong.
It's a possibility, but it's a trifle common. You wouldn't want to look like a hairdresser now, would you? Go on, cross your arms like this. It's a minute change, but it does make an enormous difference. Go on, compare for yourself in the mirror.
That's good.
But what's it for, Chief? To impress the hi-hats of the trust?
Naturally not. How come it's not self-evident to you? I'm doing it for the little people.
Why don't you rather the fatherly image, the ever-smiling popsy wop?
I got old dogs, bro, for that. Let's get to the speaking. Make a speech.
Shakespeare, of course. Nothing else will do. How would you feel about Anthony's speech over Caesar's coffin? I bet Anthony had seen it in 1908. How they loved me and seen it. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good are often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar.
The noble Brutus had told you that Caesar was ambitious, and if it was so, it was a
Grievous fault,
and grievously had Caesar answered it.
Here undeliver
Brutus
and the rest. For Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all. All honorable men. Murder, butchery, blackmail, robbery, fraud. Guns chattering in public places. What are the city dads doing about it? Nothing. These so-called honorable men are busy spinning shady business deals and shafting honest people in the back instead of giving them protection.
Here, here.
Thus I decided, with some men, and here they stand and others stand outside, to give you firm protection. Come what may.
Okay, you guys, if you got any questions, then fire away. And don't be scared. Nobody's gonna bite ya.
We heard about some trouble in the saloons. Like Mr. Uwe told us, glasses smashed to bits and liquor poured out on account they wouldn't pay protection money. But all is quiet in the groceries.
How about Cheats Murder, eh? And the bowl?
What's that got to do with us or the cauliflower?
Nothing whatsoever. What's your name, my friend?
Jim Crockett, sir.
Relax for just a minute.
And now, to demonstrate our good faith, gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce that marvel constant of a man, if I may say so, the very model of unblushing honor. Give him a hand, boys.
Mr. Dogsborough, I won't forget how you, the watchdog of the waterfront, picked me, this younger man, the simple son of Brooklyn, for a friend.
A shattering moment, father and son.
Fire on the waterfront! Fire? Is there a grocer by the name of Crockett here?
Yes, why?
Your warehouse is on fire.
Stop. Hold everything. Nobody leaves this freaking room. It's ours tonight.
Yeah, sure. What else? They found some kerosene cans by the place.
I saw some people walking out here with cans.
What are you saying, man? It was us?
What did you say was carrying them cans through here? You see them cans?
No.
You?
Not me.
You?
Me.
You?
They look like truck drivers to me.
You see? The chief was right. The drug drivers again. You saw the fall of the drug drivers, my friend.
The man who told us here a while ago that all was hunky-dory in the stores can now see his warehouse going up in flames.
Error is human, yeah, but so is terror. Look out a window there. The heat is on for everyone, and I do mean everyone.
Mr. Crockett, have you ever seen Mr. Geary here before?
Yes, ma'am.
Where?
At the offices of the Cauliflower Trust, day my warehouse burned down.
Before the outbreak of the fire?
Immediately before.
And what was he doing?
Walking out carrying kerosene cans.
Investigation! Lies! Lies!
A witness!
Mr. Crockett, how is your eyesight?
Not very good.
Are you capable of recognizing a person instantly and without a doubt?
No.
For instance, do you recognize this gentleman here?
No.
You couldn't say if you ever saw him, could you?
No.
That's all.
This is crazy!
This is a travesty of justice!
This is a travesty of justice!
truck is dead. My arm is shot to bits, and so is the truck. I need a bandage, or I'll bleed to death. They're killing us like squashing flies on windows. Help us! Oh God, why don't somebody help? Is everybody gone? You murderers! But I know who he is. He is that Ooey! Help! You! Don't run away. You gotta be my witness. My husband in the truck is dead. My arm is shot to bits, and so was the truck. I need a bandage or I'll bleed to death. They're killing us like squashing flies on windows. Help us.
Help!
Oh, God.
You!
Somebody help.
You got me the witness!
Is everyone gone?
Try to stay.
You murderers! But I know who he is.
They're killing
He's
us
that
like
Owie.
flies on windows. Help us! Oh, God! Wait, does somebody help? Is somebody gone? You murderers! But I know who it is. It's not Owie!
You scum! You monster! Oh, you crock of shit! No shit would Shutter seeing you.
And if you touch the cry out, let me watch.
Whoever touches Owie is a foul!
You lost all the life and everyone let me get away with this.
You there! They're hacking us to bloody pieces!
Help!
It's Ooey, 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 and the rest! Where are you people? Help! Will no one stop the best?
Meet Mrs. Dulfeet, here from Cicero. Negotiations for a merger between Chicago's vegetable trade and Cicero's have been suspended now. Doubt raises ugly head in Cicero about the methods of your syndicate. The trust has managed to dispel these doubts, and Miss Dulfeet's come
To clear the air, remove understandings, Mr. Owie. In Mr. Dolphy's name, I wish to stress his last press crusade was not addressed to you.
Who else?
Every child in Cicero knows that the Cauliflower Trust is smeared with blood. They know who makes it bleed.
So what? Outrageous accusations, if you're asking me. They spit their malice in my face.
No, not yours, no. It wasn't you I had in mind. Since Mr. Clark has vouched for you, we are only concerned with Ernesto Roma.
Yeah?
Keep cool, Arturo.
Take it easy, Chief.
I will not listen. What do you take me for? Enough, enough. Ernesto is my friend. I will not be dictated to what kind of men I want to have about me, ma'am. That's an insult I will not tolerate.
Ignatius Dolphy will continue fighting such men as Ernie Roma until his last dying breath.
And rightly so. The trust will back you up. Ooey, be sensible. You know damn well friendship and business don't mix. Well,
I have nothing I can add to what I said.
Mrs. Dulfeet, I profoundly regret the outcome of this conference. Unwise.
You like your troubles big.
I know my sacred duty as a friend.
Duty be screwed.
Remove yourself.
Not nice.
I'll let you know, sir, when I need advice.
It struck 1. Where's Ooey?
He must have been late. Might be 2 o'clock before he comes. Maybe 3. He'll be here, and I know.
Police car cruising down the street.
Did it stop?
It goes. No, parks behind the church. 2 cars around the corner. Headlights dim.
Oh, they got it for Arturo, that's for sure. Oh, the bastards here in Givola saw him out. He'll walk into a truck. We gotta cut him off!
It's suicide.
Well, this is suicide. This is the time for suicide. Oh, man, 18 years of friendship.
Giddy up!
Arturo,
And Javola.
what's going on, man? We sweated blood for you. Gee, boss, you all right?
Why shouldn't I be all right?
We thought something gone wrong. Go shake him by the hand, Chief. You almost sent it straight to hell for you.
Kill him.
He's still breathing!
Finish him off.
He's coming too.
All night with Dogsboro.
You rats! You dirty rats!
Go let her have it.
Oh, hell, Givola, what happened there?
Not much. A few traitors executed.
Oh, you dog. What have you done to all my people? Oh, Christ. And what's with Arturo? Murder! I knew it. Where is he? I'm going blind. Where is he?
Gone.
You dog.
You called me once a crooked cripple. Well now, my friend, let's see how straight you walk to hell!
I don't like this idea.
Why not, Ignatius? Roma's gone.
Murdered, you mean?
And now Clark has told me that Uwe's useful rebels have now ended. But if you persist attacking him, you might revive his baser instincts yet and put yourself in jeopardy, Ignatius. But if you keep your mouth shut, they'll be nice.
I doubt if silence helps.
It helps a little. They're not animals.
Grr! Hello, the chief will be delighted. He's in the back. I must be off now, unfortunately, and on the double too, before Javola sees me in this ad. I pinched it from him.
It's bad enough to hear them growl, but it's worse to hear them laugh.
Don't speak so loud, Ignatius. Not here.
And nowhere else.
Ooh. Dolphy, welcome.
Sir, I'll be frank with you. I did not want to come here at all.
Why not? Courageous men are welcome everywhere.
And so are lovely ladies.
Mr. Uwe, I feel it's my duty to oppose you.
Misunderstanding.
Violence.
No one abhors it more than I. Alas, if only men would yield to reason, no violence was ever necessary.
I'm glad to hear it straight from you, Uwe. But at risk of stepping on your toes, dude, let me warn you that Cicero would never yield to force.
That's understandable. No one yields to force unless he's forced to. Dolphy, all I ask is I would appreciate if you refrain from printing all them horror tales about me. They aggravate my sensitivity.
I will be happy to keep quiet, Uwe, if only things are quiet.
And they will be quiet.
I couldn't guarantee that now and then one of our drivers might not use a cuss word, reflecting on your mother's chastity. That's only human after all.
And if by any chance a grocer buys a beer for a salesman, prompt delivery of cabbage on his mind, such harmless practices should not be misconstrued as bribery.
My husband's only human, Mr. Uwe.
He's famous for that fact, madam. And now, farewell.
Remember, sir, I'll not forget my duty.
Neither will I.
Here, beauty's for our beauty.
Farewell, farewell, for we must needs be gone.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
The mortal coils of Dolphy come to rest. Poor in reward, yet rich in toil, his life is ended. Much toil expended in that life, not for the gain of him who spent it toiling, and is now gone. We wish you happy landing at heaven's gates. Ignatius Dolphy, rest in peace. Amen.
No word on Dolphy's death. A tactful woman.
Tactful woman? A woman with 7 kids.
You haven't said a word.
I'm speechless.
Speechlessness is heartlessness.
Do you call a heart the thing that makes you speak?
I speak the way I feel.
Can anyone feel the way you speak? Yes, I believe you can. You murder from the bottom of your heart, enthusiastic at the sight of blood. Was there brutality? Your heart leaps to the nose. Is that a dirty deal? You are reduced to tears. And every act of kindness makes you move to hatred and revenge.
Experience has taught me it's no use trying to reason with you as a human being. I'm talking to you, therefore, as a man of influence, confronting the boss of an important export-import business. And let me ask you bluntly, ma'am, how is business? That is the question. Life marches on, regardless of a death in the family.
Yes, life goes on indeed, and I will use it to tell the world what pestilence you are. You've made this happy town your hell. Oh, I swear by Dolphy's corpse that I will hate my voice whenever it says, good morning, or what's there for lunch, instead of crying out the one and only thing that should be cried out, exterminate Uwe.
Hey, baby, not so loud.
We're standing here on God's green acre, ma'am. I'd appreciate a little more decorum. Remember, please,
How soon doth man decay? Oh, if you gotta go, you gotta go.
but business is immortal.
Dolphy, oh, I know now you're gone from me.
That's right. Dolphy is gone. Consider his departure. Gone is the voice of Cicero to cry force, terror, violence, etc. The loss is yours. Regret is not enough, however deep. You stand here on God's green acre, ma'am, where weakness gets her teeth kicked in, which is a shame. The one and only shield that's left for you is me.
You say that to my face? I am the widow of the man you murdered. You monstrosity! I knew you'd come because you always come, returning to the scene of the crime, accusing others of your crime. I didn't do it, or I know from nothing it was someone else. Help! I'm being raped, cries rape, or call the cops, there's a murder, Mr. Murder cries.
My mind's made up. Cicero will have protection soon. Yes, any day.
Over my dead body.
Whichever way.
Oh, God protect us from the protectors.
So what'll it be, ma'am? Friendship forever?
Never, 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 never!
I've come to bring you news, my friends. The Dolphin Company has merged with us, which means that in the future, you will receive your vegetables from the trust alone.
Attention now, Arturo Uy speaks.
Men of Chicago and of Cicero, when aging Dogsboro, that honorable sage, God bless his memory, appealed to me 1 year ago with tears in both his eyes, protect Chicago's vegetable trade. I felt quite overwhelmed, though skeptical, if I could justify his gratifying trust. Another man, Ignatius Dolphy, too, offering the same proposal about Cicero, I wasn't disinclined to place the town under my protection as well. And so I asked, who is for me? And let me incidentally add, whoever's not for me is against me. Let him face the consequences. Now you're free to vote.
But before we vote, gentlemen, let us first hear from Mrs. Dolphy.
My friends, the man who was your friend, a friend to all, devoted husband, editor crusading Ignatius Dolphy,
may he rest in peace,
can't be your help and pillar anymore. I do advise you place your trust in Mr. Ui's hands, as I have done. I've had the chance to get to know him well. In these our dire days, a time so hard for me to bear.
Let's vote!
Okay, you guys, all those in favor of Arturo Uy, go stick 'em up! I mean to raise your hand. Zeke!
Do you mind if I go home? But not at all. Here everyone's free to do as he pleases.
Okay, man, what's your decision?
The voting's done. Profoundly touched and tremulous with joy, the grocers of Chicago and Cicero thank you for your protection, Chief.
I do accept your gratitude with pride. Peace in Chicago's vegetable marts is not a dream, but grim reality, which to assure against our enemies, today I ordered prompt delivery of Tommy guns and hand grenades, and naturally some brass knuckles and rubber truncheons too, and new supplies of armored cars as well, because they're screaming for protection everywhere, not only Chicago and Cicero, but many other towns. Detroit, Washington, and Milwaukee, Baltimore. Yes, everybody wants protection now. St. Louis, Boston, Minneapolis. Everywhere they sell groceries. Flint, Scranton, Trenton, Charleston, Wilkes-Barre, New York. New York today, the world tomorrow. USA. If we could learn to look instead of gawking, we'd see the horror in the heart of farce. If we could learn to act instead of talking, we wouldn't always end up on our arse. This was the thing that nearly had us mastered. Don't yet rejoice in his defeat, you men. Although the world stood up and stopped the bastard, the bitch that bore him is in heat again.
Okay, wait, let's do a pledge. Everybody here, who likes me in this room? Okay, I've never done this before. Can I have a pledge, a swearing? Raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear that I, no matter how I feel, no matter what the conditions, if there's hurricanes or whatever, that's good enough, will vote on or before the top for Donald J. Trump for president. Thank you. Now I know.
Stamps in the lobby waiting to apply to